Pharaoh saw this as a threat because he said, if there are slaves and they begin to outnumber us and they want to uprise against us, if they want to revolt, then we got to do something about, does it sound a little bit familiar to anybody, right? If they want to revolt something, we got a problem here. So he says, you know what? I got a solution. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell all my folks that anytime those Israelites have a baby boy, throw him into the Nile. And so they began to do this. Well, Moses' mother, just like any good mother, wanted to protect and keep her child. When Moses was born, Scripture tells us that she hides baby Moses. She nurses him up until he can't be hidden anymore, 3 months. And then she has to make a decision. She says, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and obey Pharaoh's decree. I'm going to throw Moses into the Nile, but not before I make him a little pontoon. She fastens, she gets some tar, and she gets some papyrus, as the Scripture says, and she handcrafts this beautiful basket, and she sends it down on the Nile River. Now, this is how good God is. That basket with baby Moses begins to float on the currents of the Nile, and it ends up washing up into the bathing pool of Pharaoh's daughter. Pharaoh's daughter hears the baby crying from a distance, sends her servant to get this baby. When she picks up this baby, it's love at first sight. Now, if y'all don't see how good God is yet, watch this. From a distance, Scripture says in the Exodus account, Moses had a big sister watching. As soon as she saw Pharaoh's daughter grab this baby, she runs up and she says, hey, do you need somebody to nurse him for you? Pharaoh's daughter says, sure enough, I do. Go get her. Sister goes and gets their mother to come back and nurse her own baby. Now, it gets even gooder than that. Not only does she begin to get the ability to nurse and bond with her child again, Pharaoh hires her. She gets paid to nurse her own child. If you don't get it yet, this is how good God is. Just as he did for Moses and Moses' mother, he has been caring for you and caring for me and protecting you and protecting me for longer than you and I have the memory to even remember.